right? And they had it good. They really, truly did. And we have it good right now, right? We have it good. But sometimes we're so crowded, we're too busy listening to what Satan's telling us what success is, what we need to have, where we need to be at this point in our life, what we're not doing that's good that other people are doing. And we're too busy listening to what Satan's saying. And instead of agreeing with what Satan is saying, we should be praising God more and asking God for help. Asking God to deliver us, asking God to elevate us. Because if it's something that's good, every perfect gift comes from the Father of lights. Every good gift, every perfect gift. So if it's something that's going to be good for you, God has it. All right, so let's go ahead and turn to Luke here. Luke chapter 15, verses 11 through 21. I'm hoping that is good on my sheets that I printed out, because my sheets are bigger print than this little Bible that Brittany gave me. So I'm hoping it is okay. But thank God Brittany gave it to me, because I didn't have it all on this. I don't know what had happened there. And so Luke 15, verses 11 through 21. And he said, a certain man had 2 sons. And the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of goods that falleth to me. And he divided unto them his living. And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with riotous living. Now, this is what I want you to understand. Before I move on, I might not even read any more of this. I might just tell you about it. This is what I want you to understand. See, this is kind of what happens. What I'm going to talk to you about is what happened after you fall into the consequences of listening to Satan. After you fall into the consequences of listening to Satan, that's when your eyes see the devastation. You're like, oh my goodness, look at what I did. Look at where I'm at right now. I can't believe that I'm where I'm at right now. Right? I'm going to share something with you. The first lady had told me that that it was a survivor. Very few people who jumped from this bridge survived. Right? But there have been some survivors. And every one of the survivors from this bridge that they jumped from, instantaneously after they jumped from that bridge, had regrets. Regrets. Instantaneously, while they were falling, as they jumped from that bridge, they had regrets. They had regrets. I'm going to share something with you as far as my life as being a therapist. I remember a gentleman that I got a report from. He was a patient of mine. Right? And they said that he had, I guess, cut himself. And I guess he came out into where people was asking for help, but he went too far. And he couldn't be saved. Right? So the first lady was saying, everyone that jumped from this bridge had regrets. Everyone. Right? Because the devil may make you think that that's a good thing to do. You know what, man? You know, people here, they don't love you. They don't care about you. You're all by yourself. Look, you don't have anything to show for yourself. You know, you might as well just end it all. You know, just take yourself out of your misery. You might as well just end it all. And then as they jump, they regret it. He said, this guy said, I guess my wife said that this guy who survived went and found all the other survivors who had jumped. And they all had the same story, that they regretted it instantly. Instantly they regretted it. See, Satan could do a number on you. Right? Satan tries to get people to jump. You want to know how I know that? I know that for sure. I know that without a doubt. Satan tries to get people to jump. He came to Jesus and said, cast thyself down from here. If thou art the Son of God, God gives his angels charge concerning thee to bear thee up, lest I dash thy foot against the stone. Satan tried to get people to jump. He's the one on that bridge telling people to jump. He's the one that got him to walk to that bridge. That's not God. Right? Because we know God said, he that destroyeth this temple, God will destroy. Right? He that defileth his temple, God will destroy. Right? So we know that God's not about people defiling themselves and hurting themselves like that. That's not what God's about. So this situation about, they call this particular portion of the Word of God, the prodigals, they term it the prodigal son. Right? And basically what this younger son had went off and did, he went and asked his dad for his money, his inheritance, his money, went to a far country, wasted his money on riot living, on loose women, on, did different things. But then, as a result, he fell upon hard times. He fell upon hard times. And during them hard times, he came to his senses. Because that's what rock bottom does sometimes. Rock bottom's a great motivator to get back to where you were. Amen. Right? And so he came to his senses and he realized, and he said, what am I doing right here? I'm working for somebody, right? And I'm eating what pigs eat. I'm eating what the swine would eat. That's the food that he had to eat off of. This guy came from a well-to-do family, right? He came from a well-to-do family, and he's eating what swine eat. That's what he's eating. That's what he's eating. And so he came to himself, and the Bible actually said he came to himself. So that meant he must have been outside of his mind for a little, because he came to himself, right? And he said that, my father's hired servants eat better than I eat, and they have bread to spare. So his dad's hired servants lived like a king compared to the way he was living. He said, I'm going to go back to ask my dad to bring me on as his hired servant, because they're doing better than I'm doing. But see, that's after Satan had convinced you to do what you're doing. You fall into all these consequences. Right? And then this happened. Try to get to this stage. Try to have a humble mind. Try to have a godly mind before you even get put into that position. Before that even happens. Try to have a humble mind. Don't allow Satan to lure you away. Don't allow him to take you away from God's graces. Don't allow that to happen. Amen. Don't allow it to be. Right? But some folks, they're too busy listening to what Satan's showing them. They're too busy listening to what Satan's saying to them. They're too busy looking at what Satan's showing them. And then they get taken away from it. They get taken away. So don't let that be you. Now, what we ought to be is we must believe God. Us that are children of God, we must believe God. Right? We don't need to be taken away. Right? No, don't take me out of the Garden of Eden. Don't take me out of the Garden of Eden where everything is lovely, where everything's beautiful. Right? I can have everything I want. I got 99% everything in here I can have. 99% of everything I can have. And I'm going to throw it away for 1%. No, I'm not going to throw it away for 1%. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to throw it away for 1%.
Amen.
Right? But that's what Satan would do for us. That's what he does for us. He tried to get you to throw 99% away for 1%. That's what he does. That's what he does. So we can't do that.